Hello and welcome to Steam Spirit. Today I'll be running my walking beam steam engine. So the first thing we want to check is that there's enough water in the boiler. You absolutely cannot run these things without any water in the boiler. They will self-destruct. The second thing is to fill the lubricator up with some steam oil, and then after that we can fill the fuel tank with some spirits. Okay, so let's begin. Let me fill the boiler with some water. I'm going to use my manual hand pump to fill the boiler with some water. So at the back of my engine I have a port here to connect the hand pump to. And then this valve controls the water. So while I'm pumping water into the boiler, I'll constantly check the water level gauge to make sure that I don't put too much water into the boiler as well, because that will also be a bad thing. There you go, that looks about right. This is called a displacement lubricator, and you fill it by opening the top cap, and once the lubricator is filled with water you can also drain the water from the bottom of the lubricator. In this case the water has already been drained, and I'm just going to add some steam oil to the top. This engine uses a wick for a burner, and I'll be filling the fuel tank with some methylated spirits. Okay, we can now light the wick and let the water heat up. So while this is happening we can oil some of the moving parts and make sure everything is tight and in place. Now that the pressure is building up, I'm just going to check the water level in the boiler again by opening the drain cock on the water level gauge and blowing down some water just to make sure that the level is correct, as these things can get an air bubble and show you a false reading. The safety valve is blowing off. We can now run the engine. The first time the engine runs, you have to first get all the condensate out of the cylinders and warm up the engine. I'm going to do this by opening the steam valve and then turning the engine by hand just to get the steam flowing into the cylinder. And she's off. Let's see if the whistle still works. Thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for the next one.